Welcome to the Forever Motion Facebook Live class. My name is Amanda and I'll be leading the class today. It'll be about a 45-minute class. You're going to need a chair and an exercise band, water bottle, a little bit of space, and some good shoes to exercise in. So I'll let you grab those. In the meantime, I'm going to get the chair out of the way. And we're just going to remind ourselves of our ABCs. So we want to start with our abdominals. With our abdominals, we want to squeeze them nice and tight. It's like if somebody was to come and give you a good poke in the stomach, you're going to tighten them up. Okay, and then B is for bum. So we want to tuck that under and squeeze the bum. C is chest. So we want to open up through our chest, like we're showing off a nice necklace or a bow tie. And then the second C is chin. So we want to tuck that chin so we have a nice neck and spine alignment, okay? Before we get started today, let's do a little bit of scapular retraction work. So I want you to tuck your elbows into your sides. Pretend there's newspapers under your elbows. So we're squeezing those newspapers. Palms are facing up. And from here, you're slowly opening your hands just until you feel your shoulder blades gently squeezing at the back. Tuck that chin. Your chin wants to usually poke out right about now. So let's remind ourselves to tuck it in. Open up our chest, gently squeezing our shoulder blades, and then release. We'll do a couple more. Open up through your chest. Tuck that chin, squeeze your bum, squeeze your abdominals, gently feel your shoulder blades squeezing, and release. Last one, open it up, gently squeeze your shoulder blades, tucking the chin, and release. Good, roll that back, shoulders around and back. Perfect, okay? Let's do a little bit of trunk rotation as well to get warmed up. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna start with my feet together, okay? That makes my base of support narrower, which is gonna challenge my balance a little bit, which is what I want today. If you want it to be just a little bit easier for your balance, you can have your feet a little bit apart. And as always, you can have that chair right in front of you if you need it, okay? So again, I'm gonna put my feet together. I'm going to squeeze my feet together, my knees together, and my thighs together. I'm going to lift both arms up. Now my eyes are going to follow my thumb. So as I slowly open up one of my hands out to the side, my eyes are following that thumb. And I'm going to bring my arm back as far as I can, twisting my shoulders, twisting my hips, and then turning my neck. And then slowly, carefully coming back. Watching that thumb. I might feel my feet really kind of grip into the floor here because it's helping with my balance. So remember to squeeze that bum as well to help with your balance. Let's try the other hand. So as I open my arm out to the side, my eyes are following my thumb. So you shouldn't be looking at me at this point. You should be following your thumb. Turning your shoulders, turning your hips, how far back can you go? And then turning your head, and then slowly, carefully coming back. So doing this slowly really reminds us of our balancing and squeezing our abdominals and squeezing our legs. Good. All right, roll that out. Enough of the warm-up. Let's get going into the cardio. So let's start by lifting those legs up. Perfect. Knees up. Again, you can always do our exercises from a seated position. So you can sit on your chair whenever you want. Okay, remember that. Pay attention to your body. Remember how you're feeling. Good. Let's take this a little bit wider. So lift those knees up. Again, you can go at your own pace. So slow down if you need to. Just take this into a nice wide march. Good, back to to a narrow march. Perfect, and let's add a heel dig with an arm curl. So I'm digging my heel and bringing my arms up. You can do one arm at a time if you want. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and let's tap to the side. So legs tap out, toe is tapping, arms come up. Good. You might have to slow it down, that's fine. Okay, the cardio portion is where we do want to get that heart rate up, right? We're working our heart, we're working our lungs. Good. But you shouldn't be huffing and puffing and not being able to catch your breath. If you're finding that you can't catch your breath, please slow it down. You can always sit on the edge of your seat and do this as well. Good for 4, 3, 2, and let's tap to the back. So straight back, just extending that leg back, tapping that toe, and I'm gonna lift my arms at the same time. Again, options here, one arm at a time. Or don't even worry about the arms, especially if you're holding onto the chair, and just tap those legs back. So extend the leg back straight, tapping the toe, slowing it down. Remembering to breathe. Good for 4, 3, 2, and let's go back to the march. Good. All right, can we add a little bit of a knee lift? So lifting that knee up. Okay, can we bring those arms up and down? So lifting your arms up, pulling down. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and can you kick your bum? So kick that bum to the back and then squeeze the shoulder blades. Again, don't worry about the arms. Slow it down, just do the legs if you can. Nice and tall. Good for 4, 3, 2, and back to a march. Perfect. All right, we're going to do 2 steps to the side. So step together, step together, step together. Good. Just swing those arms forward and back. Perfect. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and now we're going to add a step behind. So always start with stepping out to the side, cross behind, uncross, and together. Good. So step out, behind, out, together. Now this is a great kind of exercise to do behind the chair. Okay? Always out first, then cross, out. I'm going to pick it up a smidge. So out, behind, out, and clap, out, behind, clap. Good. Out, cross. Go slow. If you're finding the cross behind hard, stick with the double step touch to the side like we did for warm-up. Out, cross. Good. Last one. And perfect. Okay, we're going to add in a little bit more and kind of turn this into a little bit of a line dance. Okay, so let's start with 2 taps to the front. Tap, tap, 2 taps to the side. 2 taps to the back, and together. Other leg, 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together. Let's do it again. Other leg, 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together. Other leg, 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together. Then we're going to do the grapevine. So that's what we just did. So step out, behind, out, clap, out, behind, out, and clap. 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together, 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together. Grapevine, step out, behind, and clap, out, behind. One more time, 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together, 2 front, 2 side, 2 back, together. Grapevine, step out, behind, and clap, out, behind, and clap. Good. Let's just do step tap to the side. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I feel like we always need some country music on whenever I try that one. We're going to do a little bit more cardio here. It's only been about 12 minutes. I want to do at least 15, so we've got 3 more minutes. So let's get into our V step. Okay, so that's where your legs go out wide and then they come back to narrow. Okay, so here we go. Out, out, in, out, out, and narrow. Good. Wide, wide. I'm going to add a jab, jab, same arm and leg, out. Good. I'm going to go a smidge faster. Again, if you're confused with the arms, don't worry. Just focus on the legs. Do the best you can. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and other leg leads. So the other leg starts. So wide, narrow, wide, narrow. Good. Wide. Actually, let's switch it up. Let's do opposite arm and leg. So opposite arm. Now we got that brain working. We're going to have to slow it down a little bit. That's okay. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. All right, let's roll those shoulders and arms back. Big arm circles. We're going to do upper body exercises, lower body, some balance today, some core work. Good. Perfect. Okay, so that was about 15 minutes of cardio. I'm going to grab some water. I encourage you to definitely do the same. All right, we're going to start with the M fly. So I want you to grab your band, feet are hip width apart. Grab your band for me and make an M. Pretty big, make a capital M, I always say. Okay, from here, your knees are soft and bent, arms are out straight. Okay, you're going to pull the band apart, flatten that M as you bring the band closer to your chest. And then as you release, you don't have to go back to the M. You could make it just a little soft M. Okay, so pull the band apart, bring the band to your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then release. Tuck that chin. Good. So the further out your hands are on the band, the easier it'll be. The closer your hands are together, the harder it will be. We want to exhale as we're pulling the band apart. Inhale, exhale. You can feel this in your shoulders and your back. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You should feel that in your shoulders and your upper back. And remember, I just want to quickly talk about muscle fatigue. While I'm talking about it, let's put our band behind our back. So we want to work ourselves in each exercise till we hit that muscle fatigue. And what I mean by that is when I said 4 more of that exercise, I felt like that's all I could do. I was maxed out after 4. Okay, you might max out earlier than that. So maybe you only do 2 of the 4 that I say. That's fine because that's your max. But if after 4 you're like, I could do another 4, go ahead and do so. Or think about increasing the resistance of your band. And remember, all the bands, all the colors are a different resistance. And it all depends on where you purchased the band, okay? So if you bought the band from us, right, we kind of know which color comes next. And after this blue is black. Okay, so you always want to challenge yourself. You could always have 2 colors of bands with you based on what exercises we're doing. Okay, so now let's do a chest press. Okay, so I want you to lift your elbows up. My palms are down. I have a good base of support. I'm extending my arms straight out to the front. And as I come back, my elbows stay up. Don't drop them. Okay, elbows stay up. I'm going to just come to the side a little bit. Extend the arms. My palms are facing the ground. As I come back, my elbows stay up. Good. Out and in. So the closer your hands are to your armpits, right, the harder this is going to be. And then the closer your hands are to the ends of the band, the easier it'll be. So you can always make it harder and easier. Good. Out and in. So this is similar to push-ups. Same muscles. We're working our chest and our pecs. Good. I'm going to do 4 more. Stop if you've already hit that muscle fatigue. Okay. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Round that out. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. We're going to do the lawn more here. So I want us to stand on our band. So you put 1 foot on the band, and then your hand is holding, the opposite hand, is holding the band. And you just need to hold on with one side. You can let that other side go, okay? I'm gonna get myself into a good kind of lunge forward position. So my back leg is straight, my heel is touching the ground. My front knee is bent, and I'm putting my hand on that knee to brace myself. So this is where my balance is coming from, okay? I'm gonna start like this, and then I'll show you the seated option, because we can always sit if you need to. Now my arm is right below my shoulder, okay? So don't have it in front, don't have it behind, have it right underneath your shoulder. My neck and spine are in line, so my head is looking, my eyes, are looking about 4 to 5 feet in front of me. I'm gonna bring my hand to my hip, and I'm actually gonna touch my hip. My elbow comes back, and then straight back down again. So up and down. Thinking of bringing that shoulder blade over to the middle of my spine, working that upper back. Good. Do a couple more here. Same thing if you're seated, okay? Edge of your seat, you're going to lean over the same way, okay? Actually put both feet on the band, and then pull up. So the same way, you still have that hinge at the hip, we call it. Eyes are looking about 4 to 5 feet in front, so you're not cranking your head up and putting your neck and spine out of alignment. Let's just do 2 more. 1 more, and rest. Good. So you can always change sides. feet on the band. This is what it looks like. Okay, again, I'm leaning forward. I'm gonna go back to standing though. So now the opposite foot is on the band. My back leg is straight, my heel is down, my hand is on that bent knee. I'm bracing myself. I got a good grip, okay? And I'm pulling the band to my hip, elbow goes back and down. Exhale as I lift, inhale as I lower. Good. And if you're not really feeling it, again, you can always grab some more of that band. Good. Let's do 4 more if you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Great. All right, shake that out. Let's get into our squats. Let's have some water first. Perfect. Okay, we're going to get into our squats. Again, you can have that chair in front of you if you want. Okay, band is on the chair. Put your feet nice and wide. Okay, at least hip width, if not wider. If you have some knee issues, I recommend even a little bit of a wider stance and maybe turning your toes out a little bit. Okay, that usually helps take the pressure off the knees. Squats are really beneficial if you have some knee things going on, because squats actually strengthen all the muscles around the knees to kind of protect it. But in saying that, if you're squatting and bending and you feel pain, I definitely recommend that you don't do it. Okay, we don't ever want to do anything that causes us pain. Okay, first thing to move in our squats is our hips. So we want to stick our hips to the back wall. As we do, we're going to bend our knees. Neck and spine is in line, right? And then we're going to come up. As we come up, we squeeze our bum. Okay, so you can hold on to the chair. And up, hips go back. Weight is on your heels. And up. So what we don't want is this, right? My hips then haven't moved at all, and now my knees are over my toes. Hips move to the back wall. They stay at the back wall as you bend. As you come up, you squeeze. I'm just going to bring my arms out. Just kind of counterbalances me. Good. Slow down. Let's go down in 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, 4. Now, how far and deep you go in that squat is up to you, okay? Maybe you're just doing a little bit of a bend. That's fine, okay? You decide what you have to do. Let's go down in 4 again. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, 4. Boy, slowing down really makes these quads work, doesn't it? Okay, let's do it again, nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, and squeeze. Slow down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3. Let's do 4 more if you can. Down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2. Don't forget to squeeze the abdominals. Down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Nice and slow and up. Whew, we got 1 more. Back. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, and 4. Great. Shake that out. Okay, really important with our squats, okay, that you really tighten your abdominals as well to take any kind of pressure off of our lower back. Okay, we want to tighten everything up, especially when we're doing anything with our legs. Okay, let's continue on. Let's do some hip abduction work. So I'm just going to hold on to the chair to the side. Okay, starting, let's lift our heel up, turn our toe to the front, keep it low, and then put it back down. So up, nice and tall. So the only thing lifting is my leg. Okay, I'm not gonna lean over. I'm straight as a tree, nice and tall, up and down. I'm gonna let go, maybe just hold it with my pinky so I can incorporate the balance into this as well. It's a double whammy, right? We're working our balance and our leg strength. Perfect. Good. Nice and tall. Good. I'm going to try a few without holding on. If I can, you challenge your balance the way you can as well. Good. 2 more this side. My standing leg is definitely feeling it too. 1 more. And rest. Good. Shake that out. Whew. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to move the chair to the other side just in case I need it. It's here. Okay, nice and tall. Remembering to lift with our heel, turning that toe forward like we're a little bit pigeon-toed to really get into that hip, and that glute is what we want. Good. Nice and tall. Perfect. Up and down. Breathing. One leg is always going to be a little bit easier than the other, right, to stand on balance-wise. Okay, so I know already this isn't my favorite, my best leg, but I'm still going to challenge my balance. Every day, do some balance exercises. Incorporate it into maybe when you're brushing your teeth and standing on one foot. Maybe you're standing at the grocery store waiting in line. You have the cart in front of you. That's maybe a time to lift your leg up. Try to balance. Remember, we're going to do a couple more here. Remember, when you are doing your balance, you want to try to hold it for 5 seconds, okay? Good. I think I said that was it, but let's just do 1 more. Up and down. Good. So you should feel that right in here, okay? That exercise strengthens those muscles that are so important for us to get in and out of cars, okay? Up and down stairs, in and out of the bathtub, okay? It makes our hips and our glutes and everything strong. Perfect. Grab some water. I'm gonna go back to some upper body. We gotta do our arm curls. We're going to add a little bit of brain health exercises into this one though. So I want you to stand on your band. Okay. If you have hand weights, you can do this one the same way. So you can hold your hand weights. But we want to exercise both sides of our brain. So by doing that, we're only going to exercise and do 1 arm at a time. But both arms are going to do something different. What the heck is Amanda talking about, right? Okay, so one hand is going to do an arm curl. So that's where your palm is facing forward, right? Elbow is in and we're coming up and down. And then the other arm is going to do a reverse curl. So that's where your palm is facing the back. Okay, and then as you come up and then down. Okay, so this arm, palm facing forward, up, down. The other hand, palm is facing back, up, and down. Good. So this should feel kind of awkward, right? Because it doesn't feel natural, it doesn't really feel comfortable. This is what I want today. So one arm is doing something different than the other arm. We're working our brain. Your brain is figuring out what the heck is going on. We're challenging your brain, right? When things feel unusual, that's good for the brain. We got to keep trying it, keep mastering it. Good, let's do 2 more and then we gotta switch. Elbows are in. Good, 1 more each side. Good, and switch. That was neat, okay? So now the other palm is facing forward and this hand is facing back. So let's up and down, curl and down. Good, exhale as you lift. Keep those wrists straight, okay? Up. Good, and we're breathing. We're squeezing our bum, squeezing our abdominals. Good. Up. Good. Let's do 3 more. Good. 2 more. And last 1. And rest. Good. Shake that out. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let's go into a bit of a stride stance. Again, we're going to work that balance a little bit while we work our upper body at the same time. So let's put, I'm going to have this chair close, okay? But just in case you want to kind of lean up against it, you can. It makes it a little bit easier. Maybe this is actually, yeah, that makes more sense. So you can actually lean up against it if you want. Because what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to kind of put 1 foot in front of the other. Now, like we're walking a tightrope, okay? So 1 foot is in front of the other. The best you can to get them one in front, you can bring this one out to the side a little bit, okay? Makes it a little bit easier. Directly in front is going to make it harder. And even 1 step further, touching, heel to toe. Now I'm literally walking that tightrope. This is the hardest level, okay? So you can go from here to here to here, okay? You pick, because we're doing something with the arms at the same time. So like I said, everything's gonna be working pretty hard. So I'm gonna go in front. I'm not gonna have my heel and toe touching because we're doing triceps, okay? So holding on, I don't wanna do this. Yeah, okay, hold on, cross that over, so 1 part of the band is in front, 1 is behind, okay, I'm holding that band on my shoulder. Whew, my feet are already working in this balancing position, okay, I'm grabbing onto the band about this far away, so the closer your hands are together, the harder it's gonna be. The further your hands are, the easier it will be. Getting back into my stance here for balance, okay? Elbow up, and I'm extending that arm out to the side. My palm is facing down, my thumb is facing forward, and then in, keeping that elbow up. Out and in. Now, boy, do I feel my feet working. They are gripping my shoes and gripping the floor for dear life. But I'm challenging my balance, right? We need to try it every day to work on our balance. Keeping my elbow up, working my triceps, squeezing everything I got. Squeezing my legs together, squeezing my bum, my abdominals. Let's do 4 more. Good. 3 more. 2 more, and again, you don't have to do the balance part if you don't feel like you can. Just do the arms and rest. Poof. Okay, other side. Again, you can bring that chair around. Okay, you can kind of bump up to the chair to help with the balance a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put my other foot in front. We have to work the other side. So crossing that band over the other shoulder, holding it here, grabbing underneath, okay? How's my feet? Squeeze everything, elbow up, extend that arm straight out, palm down, thumb facing me, and in, elbow stays up, out, In, good. Exhale as you push out. Good, I'm squeezing. Are you squeezing? Squeeze everything. You're probably thinking, yes, yes, Amanda, I am. Good. Out. Perfect. Breathe. Nice and controlled. 4 more. Nice and slow. When we're strength training, we want to go slow and really focus on the muscles we're supposed to be working. So right now, in our arms, it's our triceps. You might feel it a bit in your shoulders too. I think that was the last one. When in doubt, 1 more and rest. Definitely hit that muscle fatigue. Like I said, if you hit it earlier, stop, okay? Or if you need to do a couple more, go ahead. All right. What else do I got for you today? Oh my goodness, we're getting close to running out of time here. Okay, let's leave the band on the chair. Grab some water. I want to do some abdominal work. Okay, so I want to sit on the edge of my chair always, right? So my back is not touching the back of the chair. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. My feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to do a seated, what we call a dead bug. It should be called a dying bug, because a dead bug wouldn't be moving, and we're going to be moving. So I don't know why they call it a dead bug. But you kind of look like a dead bug, because you're supposed to be laying on your back, which we're not, laying on your back, okay, and you're lifting your opposite arm and leg at the same time, and it's actually a core exercise. So it strengthens your abdominals and your lower back. That makes up your core. Your abdominals right here. All around right here is your core. So that's what we're strengthening. But we're going to do it not from the floor, from a seated position, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to lift one arm up to the roof or wherever you can comfortably, and you're going to lift the opposite knee up. And as you do so, don't lean back, don't crunch forward. You keep and maintain that nice posture and neck and spine alignment. And then we do the other leg and arm up and down. Now I really, really, really want you to focus, okay, on your arms and your legs, but your abdominals doing all the work, okay? So your abdominals are the ones lifting you and bringing them down. Don't let the legs take over. Focus on your abs. So tighten those abs. Somebody's going to come and give you a good poke. Tighten them up. Okay? Then you should really feel this. If I really focus on what I'm supposed to be working, I'm even feeling it in my back. I'm feeling everything working together. We can keep it like this, or you can do the next level. And next option, okay, is a straight leg, just a little lift. We're not going for height, because look, I've lost it all, right? We're just doing a little bit of a lift. And then down, opposite, and down. If you really, really tighten those abdominals, this is hard and you're gonna feel it. Squeeze those abdominals the whole time, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't hold your breath. Good, 4 more. Not easy. If you're doing this properly and you're focusing on what I'm trying to tell ya, maybe you're sick of me talking, but focus on it. It's for your own good. You're really gonna feel this in your abdominals. And it's a workout. 1 more time each side. Tighten those abdominals. Last one. And rest. Whew. Definitely feeling that right in here. Okay? All right, let's give you a nice stretch. Okay, so sitting up tall, drop your ear over to your shoulder. Just let that opposite hand hang down. Think of lifting that chin up to the roof. And let's slow down that breathing. Focus on getting oxygen to all those muscles that we were working. Perfect. And then come back up, sitting up nice and tall, and slowly dropping your ear to the other side. Shoulders down. Think of lifting that chin up. Good. Back to center. Okay. Bring one arm across your body. Come between your shoulder and your elbow. Give that a good squeeze. Still sitting up tall. Rotate that wrist. We want to make sure our joints and our wrists and our ankles especially, okay, are working and they're not stiff. And by moving them around like this, we're getting fluid to those joints, which helps make them work better. Like I like to use the analogy of oil in the car. We need oil in our car to make our car run better. Well, you need fluid in your joints to make your joints work better. Good. Lift that same arm up to the roof. Pat yourself on the back. Excellent work today. And then gently lift that elbow up. Okay, this might be hard for some of us. So bring that arm behind the back of your neck and gently lift your elbow up this way. Right now we're trying to stretch those triceps. Still working on our posture, still remembering our ABCs right till the bitter end. Perfect. All right, other side. So straight arm across your body. Come between your shoulder and your elbow. Give that a good squeeze. Keep your shoulders down. Rotate that wrist. And the other way. Good. Perfect. Reach up to the roof. Pat yourself on the back again. Gently lift that elbow up. Okay, try to look out on the horizon. It's really easy here to kind of hunch forward and drop our chin, but we want to keep our posture and look straight ahead. Again, you can come behind the neck like you're scratching it and lift your arm up this way. If you don't quite have the range of motion in the shoulder, that's okay. Good, and release. Okay, let's bring our palms and our hands together. Lift the elbows up. So we're pushing our hands together, pushing the palms of your hands together, lifting your elbows up. Call this the prayer stretch. Perfect. And last one for arms. Lift them up to the side. Keep them below your shoulders. And then gently bring them behind your back just until you feel a pull, a gentle pull in your chest and your pecs. And then slowly flex your wrists so your fingers are pointed towards the back wall. Now you should feel that all the way down into your forearms, into your wrists. And breathe. And down. Good. Let's roll those shoulders back. This is my favorite. Roll those shoulders up, up, and back. One more. Up and back. Perfect. Let's extend one leg out. You really want to sit on the very, very edge of your seat for this one. Your heel is down, your toe is up. Now there's a slight bend in that knee, so we never want to fully extend it or lock any joints. So there's a soft bend in that knee. Your heel is down, your toe is up. My hands are on my bent knee, and I'm just going to lean forward till I feel a pull. Now I have really tight hamstrings, I always have. So I don't need to lean forward too much to get that pull. Okay, remember we just want that pull, and then we want to hold it there, focus on getting oxygen to the muscles there. Okay, if you're in pain and you're scrunching your face, nothing's going to relax, right? So we need to back off, okay? Stretching, this flexibility portion should be relaxing. but you should still be able to feel it. Good. I'm going to lift that leg up. I'm going to cross it over onto my thigh because I can, okay? If you're not able to do this, you can cross that leg right at the shin, okay? Sit up tall and lean forward, okay? If you're up like this, same thing, but let's rotate that ankle now, just like we rotated the wrist, and maybe you want to help it. Okay, rotate it one way and then rotate it the other. Again, we want to keep our ankles nice and flexible and not too stiff. Good. Perfect. Okay, other leg, extend it out, heel down, toe up, back to sitting up tall, always leaning forward from our hips. Again, I'm only going till I feel a pull. Once I feel that pull, think of bringing your toes up to your nose by keeping the heel on the floor though, and feeling that stretch into that calf muscle and even that shin, the front. Good, lift that leg up, cross it over onto your thigh or wherever you can. Maybe it's on your shin, right? Lean forward, feeling that stretch in your hips and into your glute, okay? And then let's rotate that ankle. And the other way. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop for me. Perfect. Good. Okay, let's stretch the front of our legs here. So let's turn in our chair. Again, I'm going to put one hand on the back of my chair. Okay. Extend the leg back behind you. It can be bent or it could be straight. Shoulders and hips pointed in the same direction. I'm going to lean back just a smidge. And then I'm going to lift that arm straight up to the roof. I'm going to feel that all the way into my armpit, down into my ribs and into my hip. I'm looking straight ahead and I'm definitely feeling it in the front of that leg, into my quad and my hip flexor, which are always, always, always tight and in need of some stretching. Remember, we should be trying to hold our stretches for 15 to 30 seconds. Fortunately, we just don't have the time for that in our classes. Okay, knees together, slowly turn to the other side. So I really encourage you to go through the stretches again later or right after this class again. Do all the stretches one more time and really try hold it for 15 to 30 seconds, okay, to really get that good benefit. Lean back just a smidge. Lift your arms straight up. Look straight ahead. Good. Arm comes down. Knees come together. Turn to the front. Let's stand up one last time. I like to end with 3 big breaths. So let's fill those lungs. Deep breath in. And exhale, blow out. Deep breath in. And exhale, blow out. Last one, in. And out. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you want us to see something else, or anything we can do for you. All right, have a great day. Thanks for coming.